Welcome to Tri-Valley Sports Final, your program for the best in local sports action. On this week's show, Matthew Foley leads the way both on the mound and at the plate as the Amador Valley Dons square off against the Dublin Gales. Senior Nate Nowitzki is outstanding as the Foothill Falcons face Dublin.
Number 12, Tanner Harper.
And Kaylee Davis comes up big as the Amador Valley softball team meets the Doherty Valley Wildcats. All that plus Foothill, Doherty Valley girls lacrosse, and much more right here on Tri-Valley Sports Final. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. I'm Ian Bartholomew. On this week's show, we'll have baseball as Dublin faces both Amador Valley and Foothill. We'll also have Amador softball as they take on Doherty Valley. But to get us started with girls lacrosse, it's my co-host, Tim Sabrani.
Great. Thank you, Ian. And you knew it was going to be a close battle when two girls lacrosse teams looking for the second E-ball victory of the season took the field, and that would be the Foothill Falcons taking on the Doherty Valley Wildcats. And there you see the Falcons breaking the huddle. They're excited and ready to go. And we pick things up right there with Rylan DeCoit. She's only a freshman. Would score right there. Foothill taking the early lead. Next we see Jillian Barth has the ball hit to Rylan DeCoit again, who scores. At this point, Foothill is on top 2-1. Up, and you guessed it, there is Rylan DeCoit yet again with the goal. Foothill extends their lead at that point to 3-1. And here we see Foothill on the attack, but a nice save there by the Doherty Valley goalie, Caitlin Osmond. Osmond have a big game in goal. Here we see another save from close range, keeping Doherty Valley in the contest. And then the Wildcats will take the lead right here on the goal by Kaylin Inugochi. Wildcats up 4-3, and there's Osmond with the save, helping to preserve that lead. And then Katrina Nakpil scores. She would have 3 goals on the night. So now we go into the second quarter. This time it was Elena Gurul who would end up scoring. 4 goals, 3 assists for her. Now we see Julian Barth with the goal off of the penalty. So this was a back and forth affair. And here we see Gurul with the pass inside to DeCoit. DeCoit scores in traffic. She would also finish with 4 goals on the night. And here we see again DeCoit, but a nice save. Kaylin Osmond ended up finishing the game with 13 saves. And then as we get into the latter stages of the match, Kaylin Inukuchi would score. She would have 7 goals on the night. And Doherty Valley would win a close one, 15-14. You see the final score there. Inukuchi, 7 goals, leading the way. Wildcats get the win. This one went right down to the wire. A great game. Back and forth, but the Wildcats prevail.
Yeah, Falcons outscored Doherty Valley 8-6 in the second half, but just came up that 1 goal short. So, good effort by them. And that will do it for lacrosse. Up next, we're going to have baseball as Foothill takes on the Dublin Gales. Plus, a little later, we'll see the Amador softball team as they face Doherty Valley. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. The race to qualify for the North Coast Section Baseball Playoffs is coming right down to the wire. Recently, 2 teams still in the hunt squared off as the Foothill Falcons visited the Dublin Gales. Dublin won the first meeting between the 2 schools in March, 7-4. We go out to Dublin, pick this game up in the first inning. University of Arizona signee Nate Nowitzki lines a base hit to right. He holds it first with a single. Next batter, Tanner Tarpley. Follows with a bouncer up the middle and into center. Austin Harris would then walk to load the bases, but Dublin pitcher Colin Glines escapes with the strikeout. That retires the side. Second inning now. Hudson Flora lines a pitch down the right field line. He holds it first. Brandon Modelmog then makes an outstanding play on defense as he makes the stop and throws to first for the out. Modelmog's only a junior. Falcons come right back though as Jack Fowler grounds a single to center. Hudson Flora comes in to score as Foothill grabs a 1-0 lead. Senior Caden Roth, meanwhile, would pitch well here. He gets a strikeout. He had 7 in 5 innings of work. This time, he induces the long fly ball to right. Fowler races back, makes a nice running catch in front of the fence. On to the 4th, Hudson Flora picks up his 2nd hit of the game with a grounder through the hole. Next batter, Takesato Crease pulls the pitch down the line. It's off the glove. He ends at the 2nd with a double. Jack Fowler then bloops a pitch to center. Flora comes in to score to make it 2-0. Elijah Lamley then follows with a pop to short right. Mikey Allen makes a diving catch, but on the play, Sato Crease scores as the lead grows to 3-0. In the bottom of the 4th, Matamog gets things started for Dublin with a base hit to center. Elijah McNeil then lines a single to center. 2 on for Allen, who lays down a beautiful bunt. He reaches first base without a throw. Bases loaded now for Wyatt Metz, who walks. That drives in Matamog to cut the lead to 3-1. Brant Nunemacher then flies to right. Catch is made, but McNeil tags up and scores to cut the lead to 3-2. In the bottom of the 5th, Gales try to tie things up. Runners at the corners, 2 out, but Caden Roth escapes with the comebacker. He fields, then flips to first. That ends the inning. On to the 6th now. Hudson Flora goes the opposite way down the line. It bounces off the glove. Flora has a double. Sato Crease then lines a base hit to left. Flora comes in to score to make it 4-2. After a stolen base, Jack Fowler walks. Runners at 1st and 2nd for Elijah Lamley, who drives a pitch to right. The throw bounces away. Run scores as the lead grows to 5-2. Nate Nowitzki then loops a pitch to left. He makes the turn and races into 2nd with a stand-up double. Pinch runner Julian Hirsch scores to make it 6-2. Tanner Tarpley then walks. That loads the bases for Landon Comerford, who hits a number. The flip home is not in time to get Lamley. Moments later, Nowitzki also scores as the lead grows to 8-2. Austin Harris then flies to center. Nice diving attempt, but the ball drops. Tarpley crosses the plate to make it 9-2. And we close the scoring with this Charlie Stearns bouncer to 2nd. Gales record the out, but Comerford scores on the play as Foothill gets past Dublin 10-2. Nate Nowitzki, Hudson Flora, and Jack Fowler pace a 16-hit Falcon attack with 3 hits apiece. And this is a close game most of the way until the 6th inning. It was only 3-2 when the Falcons managed to break things open.
Yeah, Foothill did a great job in that 6th inning. The difference, I think, in this game was defense. Foothill made a couple key defensive plays, throughout this game to preserve that lead. And then in the last inning, it wasn't so much that they were errors, but just not being able to cleanly make some of those plays is what allowed Foothill to get some extra opportunities and break the game open. We're going to see Dublin again later in the show, but for now, we're going to go from baseball to softball. The EBL's 3rd place team, Amador Valley, hosting the Doherty Valley Wildcats. And there you see before the game, Amador huddled around their excitement. And it's Breast Cancer Awareness Day. The Dons with the special uniforms, gotta like that. Kaylee Davis warming up with her teammates. Top of the 1st, the defense there, look at that Stanford signee, Aaliyah Perez. She hits the deep drive, but it's caught by Aria Sharda. And here we see in the bottom of the 1st, The blooper to right is dropped. My Falcone getting over to second base, and then Kaylee Davis looking to help her own cause with the blooper to right. So after Falcone scored on the double steal and we had a walk by Charbonneau, there we see Taylor Ox, the base hit to left. Davis would end up scoring. Amador Valley up 2-0 as we go to the top of the second. And Kaylee Davis, the 2 runs would end up being all she needs. We see the strikeout there. We see another strikeout. So she was dealing throughout the afternoon, but the Amador Valley Dons nowhere close to being finished with their offensive attack. My Falcone single to left to get things going in the third. And then we see the speed by Falcone on the base pass. Look at you, the pink faces. Those are nice. So she gets the steal into second. And then Kaylee Davis, as she's done all season long, helping her own cause yet again, this time with the triple to left. Falcone would score. And Amador Valley up 3-0. After another walk by Charbonneau. Charbonneau would get caught in a rundown off of first, the tagger, but Davis would score. So Amador Valley extending their lead to 4-0. Taylor Ox now, another base hit, this time to left, to try to get another rally going. And Ava Davis also continuing the rally with the base hit to center. And the next batter up would be Lauren Tan. She does the grounder to short. Perez throws home, but it's not quite in time as Ox is safe. Amador Valley extends their lead. And then on the next play, we see the ball thrown away. Ava Davis would end up scoring. Amador Valley up 6-0. That sets the table for Emily Bull with a single to left. No throw home as Tran would score easily. Amador Valley up by a touchdown at that point, 7-0. Rhea Chardon now. Base hit. Continuing the hit parade as Giles would score. And then as they continue to bat around the lineup, this time we see Mai Falcone. Base hit to center. And after a fielder's choice, we see Charbonneau. She just walks every at bat. What a great eye she has. Chardon would score. Amador Valley comfortably in control, 9-0. And Doherty Valley would have a hard time getting back into the game with defensive plays like that. Falcone throwing out Perez at first. And then now we get to the bottom of the fourth inning as Ava Davis with the liner. Pitcher couldn't quite handle it there, so Davis is safe. Now we see Lauren Tran, base hit through the middle. So Dons, they are threatening again, and Emily Bull here would get the single to right. Davis would score. Emerson Giles also on base at this point after getting a base hit earlier in the inning. Now we see the sac fly to right by Rhea Chardon. Tran would dive in safely, up 11-0. After a walk to Falcone, Kaylee Davis, chopper through the middle. Giles up would score. Amador Valley up 12-0. Now Charbonneau, after 3 walks earlier in the game, gets on base for the 4th time. This time with a single to center. Falcone and Bull would both score. Those would be the final runs of the game, and Amador Valley wins big. You see it there. Kaylee Davis, a no-hitter, 9 strikeouts in a game shortened to 5 innings. That's really remarkable. The 10-run rule to get 9 strikeouts. Dons also pounded 16 hits, again, only in 4 innings for them offensively. Yeah. So a remarkable win for the Dons.
Yeah, a great performance all the way around. Really a good team effort. 5 players with at least 2 hits. So it was a good game. Good day for the Dons.
A great day for the Dons. I mean, Kaylee Davis, 15 outs, 9 of them by strikeout. Yeah. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yep. And that's going to do it for softball. Up next is our Tri-Valley Sports Final Game of the Week as the Amador Valley Dons take on the Dublin Gales. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. It's been a great couple of years for Amador Valley baseball pitcher Matthew Foley. As a junior, Foley went 7-0 with a 0.89 earned run average. This year, the ace right-hander has been equally impressive. He's already pitched a couple of shutouts as it has an ERA just over 1. Recently, Foley and the Dons were in action again as Amador hosted the Dublin Gales. We go out to Amador. This game would start off as a great pitcher's duel between the Dons ace, Matthew Foley, and Dublin senior right-hander Desi Lopez. We start off with some Amador defense in the first. Brandon Modelmog on first after a single. Ball is lined to second. Look at Kyle Barbera, though, make the diving catch. That retires the side. More Dons defense in the second. Mikey Allen on base after a single. But Foley bears down, gets a strikeout. Then catcher Evan Berry throws to second for the double play. In the bottom of the second, Amador threatens. Matthew Foley crushes a ball to deep center. It nearly bounces to the fence. Foley has a stand-up double. After being advanced to third by Berry, Kyle Barbera lifts a fly ball to right. Catch is made, but the throw home is not in time. Foley scores. Dons grab a 1-0 lead. Foley continues to pitch well in the third. Here, he notches a strikeout. Later in the inning, Noah Charlton would reach second after a single and error. But Foley prevents any further damage as he induces the grounder to short. Riley Borges fields and throws to first. That retires the side. We go to the bottom half of the inning. Gavin Colombo bounces it up the middle. Ball takes a wild hop, goes into center. Riley Borges then walks. But Lopez escapes on the grounder to short. The flip to second for the force. Amador threatens again in the bottom of the fourth. Matthew Foley lines a single to center. His second hit of the day. Kyle Barbera then follows with another base hit. Both runners, however, would be left stranded. We go to the fifth. Gavin Colombo chops a single through the hole and into left. After a fielder's choice, Johnny Shepard rips a pitch to left. It goes all the way to the fence. Shepard races into second with a double. Riley Borges scores to make it 2-0. Top six, Modelmog on first after an infield single. Dons escape, though. The bouncer to Riley Borges. He steps on the bag, then throws to first for a double play. Bottom six now. Sonoma State commit Evan Berry gets things started with a base hit to left. He makes the turn and holds. After a wild pitch, advances Berry to second. Kyle Barbera lines a ball up the middle. It bounces away and rolls to deep center. Berry scores to make it 3-0. Barbera ends up at third on the error. Cade Robertson follows with a shot just inside the line. That plays Barbera to make it 4-0. Robertson has a double, and that would be more than enough for Foley, who wins the game on a strikeout, the seventh of the afternoon. Ball gets away. Berry fires to first. That seals it as Foley and the Dons blank Dublin 4-0. Matthew Foley goes the distance on only 83 pitches, striking out 7 and allowing only 1 walk. Kyle Barbera, meanwhile, drives in 2 runs with a pair of hits. Afterwards, the 2 stars and head coach Lou Cesario talked about the win.
Today felt really good for me. I mean, just filling up the zone was like a huge part of my success. And I feel like our defense, obviously turning like 3 double plays today, was huge. And this win is just huge. I mean, league's always tough, so winning these types of games are always big, and we hope to get back at it Friday. I got my battery back with Berry, so I mean, that's just huge for me. Defense is always playing great with me, so I feel like it's just when the team clicks, we play well, and then I play well.
We are rock solid. We got a lot of dogs on the squad. We got Gage. We got Paul Chen. We got Brennan Baptist, got a lot of dogs on the squad that get it done. Our pitching is great, it's not the problem. When the Dons hit, the Dons win. Great group of guys. I've played with them my whole life since Little League, so we're all very tight-knitted, close friends outside of baseball and on the field.
Love Matt Foley, take him every Wednesday. I think he's the best arm in the EBAL. He's been consistent for 2 years now, the way he pitches. We always have a chance when Matty's pitching. We've been a part of a lot of one-run games, and so what I told him after the game was nice to get some separation. You know, we're battling. We're capable of doing this, and we just got to string some innings together like we did today and get some quality defense like we got from the shortstop. And you know, we just keep playing. I told him, you know, at the end of 2 weeks, with the dust settles, the EBAL is, you know, one of the best competitive leagues around. So we'll see what happens.
So great performance by Amador, who's been in just about every game. They've lost 6 games by 1 run, so they're a dangerous team, and you know, they're going to be tough to beat the rest of the way.
Very dangerous, especially with Foley on the mound.
Yep.
And you see Amador Valley a much-needed win, fighting for their playoff lines. Dublin would get the comeback game on Friday, coming from behind a 3-0 deficit to win. They are also fighting for their playoff lives, and either of these teams could cause some damage in the postseason if they qualify. We'll be back with more, including our Tri-Valley Sports Final Athlete of the Week, right after these messages, so please stay with us.
Our Tri-Valley Sports Final Athlete of the Week is Amador Valley baseball player Matthew Foley. Matthew has been one of the East Bay's most dominant pitchers the past 2 years. After going 7-0 last year with a 0.89 ERA, this season Matthew is 5-3 with a 1.15 ERA. Included in those wins are complete game victories over Granada, Dublin, and Livermore. Matthew is also one of the Dons' leading hitters, batting over 300 with 3 doubles, a home run, and 10 runs batted in. For his excellence on the diamond, Amador's Matthew Foley is our Tri-Valley Sports Final Athlete of the Week. Congratulations to him. And on next week's show, we'll have more baseball. We'll see EBAL leader Granada taking on the Foothill Falcons. We'll also have softball as Granada faces Dublin, and we'll have rivalry boys volleyball as Amador takes on Foothill and Livermore battles Granada.
That's lots of exciting action.
Yeah.
And this time of year, everybody's fighting for postseason positioning, fighting whether it's E-ball or NCS, rivalry games. Every game matters a little bit more, so the action's going to be a lot of fun down the stretch.
Yep, and that's going to do it for this edition of Tri-Valley Sports Final. For Tim Sabrani, I'm Ian Bartholomew. Thanks for watching. See you next week.